This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks all around the world. Here now the news for November 11th, 2024. At D23 Brazil, Disney released a list of the villains that will inspire the new land that is coming to the Magic Kingdom. Laughing Place shared a photo from the presentation showing the lineup for the villain-inspired land. The picture, I will note, the art here is definitely from the Lorcana card series. I don't know if people know that, but that's what they used. The pictured villains include the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, Jafar from Aladdin, the Evil Queen from Snow White, Lady Tremaine from Cinderella, Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove, Cruella from 101 Dalmatians, Captain Hook from Peter Pan, Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty, Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, Mother Gothel from Tangled, Ursula from The Little Mermaid, Hades from Hercules, and Chernabog from Walt Disney's Fantasia. Along with revealing the 13 villains that inspired the land, Disney Parks Chairman Josh D'Amaro revealed some of the backstory details. Their evil ambitions give us endless possibilities to tell new stories. This new land will be home to the villains you know and loathe, he said to Entertainment Weekly. D'Amaro went on to say a spell has summoned the villains to the land, and heroes don't come save the day. There may not be a happily ever after. D'Amaro did not elaborate on who summoned the villains or why, but the new land will include 2 major attractions, dining and shopping on an incredibly twisted grand scale, according to Disney. So far, no other details have been announced, neither exactly if all 13 of these villains will appear or not, we don't know. But it's set to be part of the largest expansion in Magic Kingdom history. Part of that expansion is also a Cars-themed area replacing the Rivers of America, which we'll talk about in a few moments. But I want to talk about this for a second. People were very excited. There was one villain in particular a certain sect of Disney fans were very excited about, and that's Yzma. I think that's really cool. I love that. I hope, like, we've seen one of the rides in the concept art. It's kind of a semi-unthemed roller coaster, which is not my favorite thing. But we don't know what the other ride is. And so I am hoping and begging someone at Disney that if that other ride doesn't feature all the villains and doesn't begin with Yzma telling Kronk to pull the lever and drop us down something, you're missing a tremendous opportunity. This probably needs to happen. Nonetheless, though, this is exciting. I love this idea of lands not themed to a single IP. We saw this a little bit with Fantasy Springs, where there's a backstory with a magical spring, and the water flows to these places where these incredible stories happen, and that's how you have a land that features Frozen, Peter Pan, and Tangled all in one, and then also kind of branches into several other stories. That seems to be the new direction. Is there is a number of IPs where it's like, well, yeah, some of them work for a whole land, but others, there's kind of more story possibilities if you branch out. And what I like about the Villains Land, it is not one movie, it is not one franchise, it is the villains from all of Disney lore, which I think could be really, really fun. I think this could be one of those things that changes the industry and changes business for Disney in a lot of ways. I think they're going to want to replicate this in a number of places, but Magic Kingdom is going to be the place you see it first. Disney also released new concept art for the Pirates of the Caribbean Lounge coming to the Magic Kingdom. The new art shows a very different view than previously released in the old concept art, which we're looking at now. While the original concept art features the bar itself, the new art features the seating area. It's quite different from the original art, which showed sort of a ramshackle, like a bar that was thrown together by pirates. The new lounge looks kind of upscale. Someone on social media said they called it like the Norrington Lounge, which it does have more of that, like, it's more refined and more established, and so we'll see. I would assume this is later art, this is newer art, so the finished product is definitely going to look more like this. Anyway, the belief is this will take over the formerly used Pirates League space. Disney described the new space as a place where bandits and buccaneers to be from every corner of the seven seas are welcome to join together and raise a toast to the pirate life. New video footage shared at D23 Brazil has fueled rumors that the new Cars e-ticket attraction coming to Magic Kingdom may be the first ever trackless high-speed thrill ride. The footage depicts a test experience conducted by Walt Disney Imagineering as they developed the attraction. In the video, Imagineers are riding in an all-terrain style vehicle on a dirt course that seems to have no visible track. Obviously, trackless rides are not new to Walt Disney World, such as Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, Runaway Railway, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, but being used for an all-terrain thrill ride would be a first for the resort. The concept art does show the vehicles kicking up dirt, implying they are driving directly on it. The test video shows the same thing with the ATV vehicles directly on terrain, kicking dirt up along the path. To be clear, though, the ATVs in the vehicle are not ride vehicles. They're not the ride system being tested. This is simply Imagineers trying to get an idea of what the ride system should feel like. The speculation about the ride being trackless has been rampant since the initial concept art was shown. It shows footage where they're in showing the footage where they're in ATVs, jumping little hills, kicking up dirt, again alludes to the fact that maybe this is not going to be the test track ride system. Now, again, it's always possible that they will use that ride system. They just wanted to see what the difference is in feeling between, a car on pavement and a car on dirt. That being said, they've never really done an off-road section on these rides. They've not truly. There are moments meant to emulate it in some ways in some of those attractions, but really they kind of run on a mostly flat surface. Whether it's Test Track, whether it's Radiator Springs Racers, or Journey to the Center of the Earth, which is the one that should feel the most off-road because you're not even just off the road, you're underground through most of the attraction. They've never really done this, so it remains to be seen if the Test Track ride system works for that. Do they want to just build another Test Track ride system, or will this be something we have never seen before? We will have to wait and find out. But this ride is one of two that will be coming to the Cars area of Frontierland at the Magic Kingdom. Work will begin on the land next year. That being said, we've already seen construction vehicles and such being staged back there. And it'll take over the space currently occupied by the Liberty Square Riverboat, the Rivers of America, and Tom Sawyer Island. Guests at D23 Brazil were treated to a first look at the Moana float coming to the Magic Kingdom for its new nighttime parade. The float features a base of waves with Moana aboard her outrigger canoe atop the crest. Disney Starlight, the new nighttime parade, was announced back in August of 2024 at the American D23 event. The parade is brought to life by the magic of the Blue Fairy from Pinocchio and backstory. It will feature characters from Peter Pan, Encanto, Frozen, and more. One piece of concept art features the Blue Fairy, Peter Pan and Wendy, and Elsa in her Frozen 2 outfit. We've also seen some concept art of Encanto with the large candle. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT, and their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland resorts to Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free. They are free. So book today. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party kicked off at the Magic Kingdom on Friday night. Of course, we were there. I won't bore you with a lot of the coverage because you can go find it outside of this show. But on our website, we have breakdowns of all the photo ops, all the characters you can meet, the parade, the shows, the fireworks, the food, the merchandise, etc. If you don't like to read website posts, right here on the channel, we do have a lot of coverage. All of the shows and the fireworks and the parade are all here on the channel. The parade went through a big musical change this year and a couple other minor changes too. As far as food is concerned, we've actually already released the review. Nana was nice enough to try a number of the new food and snack and drink items at the event this year. You can watch that right now. As well, as far as merchandise, that's not here on the channel, but there's a website post you can go read with all the merchandise and its prices and more. But lots of coverage here on the channel. Please go check it out. Also kicking off over the weekend was Disney Jollywood Nights at Disney's Hollywood Studios. That began Saturday. Same thing, on our website we have tons of coverage, whether it's the photo ops, the character lists, showing you all the merchandise with prices, the food and its reviews, all of those things. Real quick, I want to mention two things in particular. Number one, new this year was Glisten. That is the ice skating show. You can watch the first performance in its entirety right here on the channel. As well, debuting this year, Doctor Strange. He was unadvertised, but Doctor Strange is roaming Grand Avenue, and you can get a picture with him. Otherwise, everything else will be on our website. As far as video content to come, there is, I went and tried a number of the new food and drink items. That review will be coming up on the channel very soon if you'd like to watch that. It's going to be a week with a lot of review videos, folks. Just prepare yourselves. A lot of content this week. It's one of our busiest weeks of the year. In addition, there will be a video coming out where Jason, Nana, and myself try all of the daytime food, the food that's available during the day and in some cases at the event for Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. That video will also come out very soon. So if you're coming during the holiday season, you're wondering what you need to eat and drink, we've got you covered. And if not, if you just want to watch us be total idiots while we try food, you could watch. We appreciate it very much. Walt Disney World has announced months-long refurbishments for Disney's Wilderness Lodge, Port Orleans Resort Riverside, and Disney's Pop Century Resort. The Copper Creek Villas and Cabins at Disney's Wilderness Lodge will undergo a refurbishment from mid-May of 2025 until September of 2025. All the resort amenities will remain available, but guests, of course, will notice construction during the day. Guest rooms in the Magnolia Bend section of Disney's Port Orleans Resort Riverside will undergo refurbishment as well from early April of 2025 through the end of January 2026. And at Disney's Pop Century Resort, the guest rooms will go through refurbishment from late 2025 to mid-February of 2026. All resort amenities will remain available, but guests may see construction during the day. Previously announced refurbs going on. A Yacht Club Resort guest rooms are being refurbished in early 2025. Guest rooms at Bay Lake Tower, that's currently ongoing. And refurbishment work at Port Orleans French Quarter was extended into early 2025. We've seen those room remodels already. You may notice with these three, these are rooms that got the hard goods, as we would call it, refurb in the last 5 or 6 years. Which means they're relatively new rooms, but it's time to upgrade a couple of things here and there. My assumption, or hard goods means full room redo. So in the last 5 or 6 years, these have been fully remodeled, but now, usually 5 or 6 years later, you do the soft goods refurb, which means little things here and there will change. That's what we're expecting here because, again, the rooms at all three of these are not very old, but Disney didn't give us specifics on what they're doing just yet. The Mickey's Christmas Carol-inspired Gingerbread Carousel is now open at Disney's Beach Club Resort. This is the 24th year of the Beach Club's Gingerbread Carousel, which actually spins and has featured various themes over the years. Last year was DuckTales World Showcase Adventure at Epcot. The year before was Disney Princesses. But in honor of the Carousel's 24th anniversary, there are 24 hidden Mickeys on display. And while you might spot plenty of Mickeys, the hidden Mickeys are specifically the tiny golden ones. Each horse is inspired by Scrooge McDuck, or one of the spirits from Mickey's Christmas Carol. The Scrooge horse is white with a gray mane and tail. It has small glasses and a top hat, and a floral wreath on the side of its red and black saddle surrounds an image of Scrooge. Bills and coins are stuck into the saddle and bridle, and a bag of money and a candle are sitting on the top of the saddle. The next horse is inspired by Jiminy Cricket, the film's Ghost of Christmas Past. It's green with a black mane and a tail. A blue top hat with a red ribbon and holly is on the horse's head. It has a black saddle stacked with plants and red ornaments, and an orange vest, white collar, and yellow scarf are around the horse's neck. A depiction of Jiminy Cricket floating near Scrooge at a window are on the horse's side. The following horse is inspired by the Ghost of Christmas Present, portrayed in Mickey's Christmas Carol by Willie the Giant. It's an orange horse with a red mane and tail. It has a green holly crown and saddle. A tiny Scrooge peeks out of a pocket in the saddle, and a cornucopia overflowing with fruits and veggies, as well as a plate of food, is on the saddle. The last horse on the carousel takes inspiration from the Ghost of Christmas Future, portrayed by Pete in a brown cloak. The horse is all black except for its golden hooves, and it wears a brown cloak and saddle with gray straps. Scrooge's gravestone is in a pile of snow on the horse's back, and an image of Pete and Scrooge in the graveyard is on one side of the saddle. And the fifth horse, set amongst the poinsettias and trees to the side of the carousel, is all blue. It takes inspiration from Jacob Marley's ghost, portrayed by Goofy. A blue scarf is tied around its head. The saddle resembles a blue rug with gold fringe, and a chain with a lock, box of coins, and a piggy bank is wrapped around it. In gold on the side is the Goofy-shaped door knocker that scares Scrooge. A kiosk nearby offers various holiday treats and merchandise. The kiosk is open from 9:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. every day. There is merchandise there as well, but also at the Beach Club Marketplace. You can get the gingerbread pin exclusive to the resort for $22.99. The present pin, which is part of the resort collection featuring every single resort on property and beyond, that one is $19.99 here. And the gingerbread mug ornament is $26.99. Did you know there's a way you could save big at Disney Deluxe Resorts? Well, today's show is brought to you by DVC Rental Store, a great way for you to plan a luxury Disney vacation on a modest budget. You don't need to sign up for a full DVC contract, but instead they'll allow you to rent the points you need for a magical stay. It's the best way to stay deluxe at a fraction of the cost, and now, thanks to their lowest price guaranteed offer, you'll always have the best price on the market. The rooms are discounted at times up to 75% off, and they have the largest member inventory, so there is a lot to choose from. You can search their availability for free right now, which is not something all rental companies offer. And if you choose to book, they have a great cancellation policy and a low down payment. DVC Rental Store is the #1 DVC rental company in the U.S., one we've used many times. If you've ever watched a DVC room tour on this channel, chances are it was booked with them before they were even a sponsor here. So head into our description to check them out. During its transatlantic voyage to its new home of Port Canaveral, with a stop in New York along the way, the Disney Treasure made a detour to save 4 stranded boaters. The Disney Cruise Line responded to a distress call at around 11:40 a.m. on Sunday, November 10th, via Click Orlando. The vessel in distress was a 50-foot catamaran called the Serenity. It was about 230 miles off the coast of Bermuda when it started taking on water due to a gasket failure in the escape hatch. That was via ABC News. The Disney Treasure was about 80 miles away and arrived at the scene around 1 p.m. They launched one of their small boats and safely rescued all 4 passengers of the Serenity. No medical issues were reported. Captain Marco Nogara of the Disney cruise ship said, "We are pleased that the Disney Treasure was able to provide aid to the boat passengers in peril. Our crew members worked together on the rescue, skillfully demonstrating their training and commitment to safety." The new vessel, of course, left the Meyer Werft shipyard in September, and after completing sea trials, Disney took ownership of the ship in a delivery ceremony in the Netherlands. And on October 29th, the ship left the Netherlands for Port Canaveral, Florida. Again, it will be stopping in New York for the christening. We will be there to bring you coverage of that, but it will begin its maiden voyage out of Port Canaveral on December 21st. The holidays are coming to the seas as Disney Cruise Line announced the arrival of 2 new Christmas popcorn buckets and a sipper previously only available at the Disney parks, as well as stateroom decorations and festive in-room snack packages for the 2024 Very Merrytime sailings. The announcement was made via the Disney Cruise Line official Instagram account. The first bucket is the Gingerbread house featuring Mickey and Minnie. The second is that Mickey elf bucket featuring Mickey Mouse in his classic style, dressed in a green elf outfit and holding a red present. And the sipper is the red glitter Mickey-shaped jingle bell with a strap to wear the sipper around your neck. As well, Christmas-themed stateroom decorations can now be ordered on qualifying trips via the onboard gifts section on the Disney Cruise Line website. Some cruises already had this. The Treasure cruises, probably mostly just the Maiden and the cruise after, just added this option. The decorations include a blanket with various Christmas postage stamps, a red Mickey pillow with Stitch bursting out of a present box, Captain Mickey and Captain Minnie fish extenders, which are put outside the stateroom so guests can exchange gifts and treats, a Stitch stocking, and a Captain Mickey shoulder plush, which is very, very cute. Guests can also purchase festive snack packages from onboard gifts. If you are sailing on the Treasure, I want to let you know they have a lot of really cool Treasure exclusive onboard gifts you can order. I ordered a bunch. We'll show you them when we get on our maiden voyage towards the end of December. But there was like a treasure box and a bunch of cool stuff you can order. I went probably, pardon the pun, I went a bit overboard and ordered a lot of that stuff. But we'll show it to you in December when we get on that cruise ship. Not that we won't be on it before. We're going to be on it. We have a special tour for the christening. We're going to show you some of the venues in just about 10 days, something like that. And then we are going to be on the media cruise in early December. I think December 9th that starts too. So we are going to have a long several weeks of Disney Treasure coverage coming up. Stay tuned for it. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. Part of those discounted tickets you get are to come watch News Today. We do have several shows through the end of the year available if you want to come see us. Tickets available at events.wdwnt.com. We also started selling an event. I'm not plugging it now. We had enough ads in the show today. On Wednesday, I'll tell you guys about the event we have coming up. But for the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.